Hi, this is Ashish Behel from Good Gear Hub. This is podcast number 2. Today's topic is why we ride motorcycles, the soul's need for the open road. There are moments in life when words fail, when emotions stretch beyond the confines of language, and the sheer magnitude of existence can only be experienced by doing something. Maybe this sounds like rocket science, but it isn't. It's actually extremely simple. Riding a motorcycle is one of those rare experiences that cannot be defined. It is a conversation between man, machine, and the infinite. For those who have never felt the wind rush past their skin, never leaned into that curve with the precision of an artist's brushstroke on canvas, never let the roar of an engine become their heartbeat, the question remains, why do we ride? This is a topic which has been looking for an answer. But at Good Gear Hub, we think, it doesn't need a is equal to B kind of an answer. The answer lies actually in the emotion behind it. So let's get a little deeper into this. We ride because life is not meant to be lived in a cage. The world is too vast, too wild, too beautiful to be seen through a narrow frame of a car window. On two wheels is different. We are exposed, we are vulnerable, but we are also liberated. The road is not merely just tarmac and paint, it is a living thing. Pulsing beneath our tires, whispering its stories in the wind, it calls to us, urging us to explore, to push past the boundaries of fear and into the realm of freedom. And just a slight diversion here. What we just spoke about, all the solo riders out there will identify with it completely, because when you're riding solo, that liberation and freedom that you speak about multiplies 10x. We'll come back to that. We ride because in the modern world, where distractions are endless and time is fleeting, and often we are slaves to a mobile phone, a motorcycle demands presence. There is no room for wandering thoughts, no space for trivial worries. When we ride, we exist only in that moment. Our senses heightened, our focus absolute. The hum of the engine, the scent of the earth after rain, the way the setting sun casts golden fire across the horizon. There are gifts of the road, offered only to those who are willing to embrace them. We ride because it reminds us of our own strength and weaknesses. Each turn we take is almost like, what is the level of fear that we have, or what is the level of confidence that we have? Next time you're riding, notice your rhythm. The day you are anxious, jumpy, so will your riding be. Each mile conquered, each storm weathered is a testament to resilience. There is poetry in the way a motorcycle moves, how it bends into the wind, how it responds to the subtle shift of its rider. This is the point in time when a motorcycle doesn't remain a machine. It's an extension of your soul. To ride is to learn trust. Why do we say that? A motorcycle is on two wheels, inherently an unstable platform. And then we want to take tight turns on it, lean into those curves, do things which often defy gravity. And it is that moment of self-realization of how actually, what is the breaking point of your trust. And this is not to say that go out and just go do mad things. Every rider who is leaning into a tight curve into the mountains knows what I'm saying. No matter how many miles you have, in your experience. But taking that tight turn, you're always thinking, am I pushing it too far? And therein lies this subtle line between confidence and madness. Stick with confidence. In a world where we are constantly told to play it safe, to remain within the lines drawn by others, a motorcycle dares us to lean further, to go and take the road less traveled. Motorcyclists are often outliers. Why do I say that? Well, in 2025, transport and traveling has actually become very comfortable. And here we are, motorcyclists, in whether it's the peak of winter or the harshest summer. We are in full riding gear, and you'll know that feeling. It's not exactly comfortable. And that's part of the passion of riding. We ride for the camaraderie, the unspoken brotherhood that exists amongst those who felt on any ride. You don't have to know someone by name. Just a simple nod between passing riders more than a greeting. And it only happens between riders. It is an acknowledgement, a shared understanding that we are part of something greater. It is knowing that no matter where we are, there are others who share the same love, the same passion, the same hunger for adventure. But above all, we ride because it makes us feel alive. There is magic to the way the miles slip beneath us, the way the horizon stretches endlessly ahead, promising something new, something undiscovered. Even if you're doing the same route, no two rides are the same. And therein lies the beauty of just wanting to ride more and more. Riding a motorcycle is like a dance, a symphony, a love affair with the unknown. Somewhat mysterious, somewhat dangerous, alluring, and it will teach you about yourself. Some say it's the purest form of escape. Maybe escape is too harsh a word. We would like to say that motorcycling is my time. And this doesn't mean that you have to be selfish with your time. Motorcycling is about where you're actually shutting everything out. Because when you're riding, you need all your senses firing in harmony, because that's the demand of the sport. And this goes out for those who've never ridden. There's an entire world waiting. One of adventure, of camaraderie, of self-discovery. Brilliantly, motorcycling and the road does not discriminate. It welcomes everyone. 100cc, 200cc, doesn't matter. 2000cc, 1500cc, doesn't matter. It welcomes everyone, those who are willing to embrace this call. So where is the shout out to all the ones who have not experienced motorcycling as yet. I say this with confidence, and I say this with thousands and lakhs of kilometers under my belt. Find a motorcycle, turn the key, and let your soul remember the rest. Let your soul remember what it truly means to be free. Once you ride motorcycles or a motorcycle, you will never be the same again. Most of your time will go in planning the next ride or reliving the previous ride. Motorcycling is that one window which actually gives you freedom, a sense of adventure, a sense of thrill, and it'll keep you honest. Because the day you become overconfident on your bike will teach you. So to me, a motorcycle is also a great humbling exercise. You could pretend to be the world's greatest rider, and suddenly on a ride you'll see somebody, completely innocuous, taking turns and riding in a way which you will envy. That envy is momentary, because within a few kilometers it'll turn to respect. And then you will meet at a stop where everyone is friends again. Like we spoke about, motorcycle is infinite, and once you ride, you'll never be the same again. So do get on that bike, keep riding. Thank you for listening. My name is Ashish Behel. I'm signing off now. Till we speak again.